Hello everyone, this is Cherie, and this is my Shelter in Place Week 4 video. So the past week was like a week of in-progress stuff. I am in progress of signing up for an online class. I am in progress with revising the Frozen Waltz screenplay. I'm in progress of reading the Bourne Identity script, and I'm in progress of reading Julia Child's My Life in France. Now, there is one thing that I did complete, and that is the Dumpster Donna screenplay, and I did enter it into 4 screenwriting contests. It did cost a bit, but it was worth it. I did pay for feedback for the Nickel Fellowship, and one of the other contests, I believe it was the Austin contest, gives you free feedback. So I will be at least getting feedback from 2 of the contests. I won't know if I've placed in any of the contests until between July and September, depending on which contest it was. So fingers crossed, we'll see. I will keep you updated. Another thing I did start was planning my estate, and that's the worksheet I was showing you in the past few videos. So there are 22 steps, and I've done about 9 of them. I still have to write a will. I still have to figure out if I want to join a burial society, make a what's it called, the living will, all that stuff, all the like more in-depth important stuff that I have to research and figure out. So yeah, but I put on my daily to-do list like one of those items, so 1 per day, and then I should be done sometime in the middle of next week. So let's talk about movies. I saw 6 movies over the past week, and in alphabetical order. The first one was Bumblebee. Bumblebee was a 2018 Transformers movie. It was written by Christina Hodson, who I had met at a screenwriting conference in LA a few years ago. And it is probably one of the most understandable of the Transformer movies. You can follow the storyline. So I did appreciate that. It was shot locally in Santa Cruz. You do see shots of the boardwalk, which was fantastic. They also shot in some of the redwood parks around here. YouTube has been putting up a few movies that are about what we're going through recently, and one of those was called Contagious. It was a 1997 made-for-TV movie starring Lindsay Wagner, the Bionic Woman, although here she has really dark hair, and she plays a infectious disease physician, and there is a cholera outbreak. And so she has to figure out where that stemmed from and contain it, basically. So that was okay. The third one I saw was called Fighting with My Family, and that came out last year, 2019. I hadn't even heard about it. I was watching some YouTube movie reviewers who put this on their, favorite movies of last year list. I'm like, I've never even heard about it, so I watched it. Fantastic. If you like British movies, it's got an extremely British vibe. I don't want to say too much. I really loved this movie. I definitely recommend it, and I want to watch it again. But I've got like over 100 movies on my list to be watched, so I shouldn't watch it again because I should watch some of those other ones. But yeah, Fighting with My Family. The Rock's in it too. Number 4. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I finally watched it. It was close to 3 hours long, so that's kind of why I had been putting it off. Fantastic, gorgeous cinematography, great soundtrack. Just, you can tell where Quentin Tarantino got a lot of his inspiration from with that movie. I would definitely recommend it. The 5th movie I saw was actually in YouTube. It was called Containment, which is a movie that I'd seen, last week or the week before. but it wasn't the same containment. And when you actually go into the movie, in the description line, it says Toxic Skies. So it was really a movie called Toxic Skies from 2008. Stars Anne Heche as an infectious disease doctor, much like Lindsay Wagner's character. And this one concerned an outbreak of the plague, but the plague that was kind of modified by something else, and it turns out it's about chemtrails. And the thing about this movie, it was entertaining, but my goodness, the amount of times Anne Heche puts her hands on her face, like she's touching her face all the time, touching the face. And you would think, an infectious disease doctor would not do that, especially if she had just come out of a room seeing people with plague and stuff like that. It was just really like, I kept going, don't touch her face. And the 6th movie I saw this week was called The Tree of Life. The Tree of Life was a Best Picture nominee for the year 2011. And I hate this movie. It's horrible. Now, one of my favorite YouTubers, movie YouTubers, actually put this on his list. He's like, oh, this is one of my favorite movies from that year. So when I went in thinking, oh, okay, this will be a good movie to watch. Okay, here's what I look for in a movie. I want a protagonist who has a goal, who goes after that goal, and who learns something in the process of going through the journey. This is an art film, okay? It's an experimental art film. If you like poetry, you might like this movie. I mean, it's gorgeous. The cinematography is gorgeous. I think all the outdoor shots were supposedly shot at the golden hour, and it's beautiful. But just because something's beautiful does not mean it's a good story. And it's also another 3-hour long movie. It was excruciating. I did not, oh my goodness, this movie, The Tree of Life, made me want to touch my face. All right, I'm going to end it here. This is a short video. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope people have started receiving their stimulus checks. I have not received it yet. I also had a little blip with unemployment where they had put down that I had earned $0 for the past 4 quarters, and so I haven't gotten anything yet. So I'm waiting to hear back from them, because you can't call them because they're flooded with too many people trying to call. So they'll basically say you have to go online, and then the recording hangs up. So I went online and sent them an email. It could be 5 days before I hear back. So anyway, I hope your finances are going better than mine. So, hopefully by next week I'll be able to say I got the stimulus check, and I've gotten the unemployment thing taken care of, and I got in the class, and I finished all the other stuff. Anyway, I will see you next week. Have a great week.